Good morning, ladies and gentlemen, and welcome to the Backpack Trader Trading Room for Wednesday, May the 28th, 2025. Please note the required risk disclosure. This room is for educational and information purposes only. It is not financial advice. Trading of this type carries substantial risks and should only be attempted with funds you can afford to do without. All right. No more sessions today. So we'll do away with the disclosure, risk disclosure. No crude oil inventory report today. That it will be tomorrow at 11. So we'll move that session to Thursday at 11 this week because of the Monday holiday. So this is our only session today. Pound Aussie is doing well. It's gone through all four targets this morning in a long trade. 104 pips on the target. Trailer is now at 974. Looks like it's going to go to 984 on the close of this bar. Oh, no, I'm sorry, 978. Yeah, 978 on the close of this bar. $30 at 72, so it's at 32 ticks. So 32 pips on the trailer. Crude has a valid short setup. That's the only trade setup within our trade window that has not triggered, and it looks like that's going to cancel. So will not be in that one. Unleaded is short. It's probably just kind of hanging around above the 50 EMA. Soybeans is flat. YM has a potential get in sync short at 93.94. And it looks like market just opened. And we have an entry at 62.01 on crude. All right, YM goes to the stop, so that trade is off the table. Crude is in the long trade. Micro Russell with a short trade. Looks like that goes to money management. Target 3's there. Money management was down one tick from there. 91.9 it looks like. Unleaded picks up a long trade. That's a stop and reverse. So that's going to be at 96. I think that's right. Yeah, it's going to be at 96 either way. 94, but that's going to key level to 96 at the stop. And that looks like it's 659. Nope, we're still in it. While I get a couple of trades, get a trade marked up here. All right. YM with a long trade. All right. What happened? This short. Yeah, just 9 seconds. That's avoidable. So we go in unadjusted on the long. That would have been too fast to execute initially. So it would have been a get in sync and not be in that. In the short, that is. So we go to the long. Unleaded in the long trade. Crude in the long trade. Break-even trade on Micro Russell. And we stop out on the pound Aussie at 979, which I believe was just one tick below the target 4. Yeah, that was 1 pip below target 4. So 39 pips on the trailer, 104 on targets, 143 pips this morning. Pound Aussie's one and done. YM picks up the money management. No target yet. Stop at 454. Crude and unleaded both long. Crude's still trying to decide if it's going to go higher or not. Unleaded make a bit of a push. Hitting that same swing high, it looks like, a couple of times. Just below 710, or yeah, just below 710. Yeah, I got the 705. And that is the second swing at 705. YM stop moves up to 459. Still looking for target there. Target is worth 39 ticks. Unleaded looks like it's finding support at the 20 simple moving average. Initial support was at the 50 EMA. Came back through the 20, then back down to test it again. All right, getting through money management again. Looking for target 1 on YM at 486. Missed it by 1 so far. It looks like it may be going down to test the balance line or the 20 SMA. We have a potential stop and reverse on unleaded. 664, that's going to be 659. After stop and reverse and key level. Which is that is also the stop. So I'll just move my stop up here to this one so we can keep track. So we have a stop and reverse at the full stop out. Still nothing on soybeans. We did stop out of the YM trade at 464. So that's a partial win for our first trade on the YM this morning. No crude oil inventory session today. That's tomorrow at 11. So far, still in the long on crude, still in the long on unleaded. Our stop and reverse is at the full stop out on that trade. Looking to find support, and we don't. Unleaded stops and reverses to short. Or it's trade number 2, actually. Our first trade was a stop and reverse from 731 to 696. So that's 65 ticks, 130 ticks. Is that right? That was a big trade if it was. 731 to... Wait a minute. No, that's not right. 674 to 696. That's what it was. 22 ticks, 44 tick loss. This one is 37 tick risk. So that's going to be a 74. 108. And we are short. We also have a short on the micro Russell. down a tick. That's going to be 89.4 for our money management level. So we have crude long and unleaded short at this point. $118 ticks down on unleaded after 2 trades in the third one. Pound Aussie is done for the day. We have another long trade on the YM after a money one partial win. Unleaded approaching money management. Soybeans still flat. Money management on the micro Russell, and I need to. Pound Aussie's done, so I'm going to put unleaded over top of that, so we can take a look at micro NQ. That is a valid trade. It's within our trade time window. It's in our trade plan, so we will target 1, and we are at money management, so break even target 2. So trade number 1 is a win. Next goal is target 3. Unleaded and micro Russell hitting money management and stopping out. That's the second break even. Two break evens. Money management on unleaded. Approaching target 1. 633 for 31 ticks. Well, at 31, but it's only going to be 26 with the stop and reverse adjustment. Crude with a stop and reverse at 79. Potentially, anyway. Wait a minute. I'm sorry, 77. Here we are. So calculator is tracking the short, but we're still in the long. Target 1 achieved on unleaded. 26 ticks. Oh, YM stops and reverses into a short at 479. That's not looking good. Definitely stopped and reversed. Now the question is, can we survive? Target is going to be, I think, target 2. Yeah. There's money management on the YM. That's our second money management trade. And we go $501 to 479. 22. We're down 44 on that. We gained 447 to 464, 1734. So we're down 10. This will definitely get us positive. We got money management if we can get to target. And there it is. So 26 ticks on target, and we're going to be POQ on this trade. All right, we did stop and reverse to a short on micro NQ. So that's in positive, so we're not going to adjust that. We got money management, so we were at least break even, and we have target 2 and target 3 in hand. So target 4 is our next goal. Win number 2. $6.58 is our trailing stop on unleaded. Target 4 in hand rather on the micro NQ. $503. And now we come down to 498 for the stop. Still long on crude. YM goes through target 2, trailing now at 476. And moving down again to 472. This will be our POQ trade there. Micro NQ back down to the session open. Trailer at 489.25. All right, 26. So we're still down 92 for target 1. Target 2 traders still will just break even stop so far on this trade. Target 2 will be worth 44 ticks. That is at 615. Micro NQ stops out. 2 wins in the books. And we have another stop move on the YM. down to 466. And a long trade on the micro NQ. Giving us another chance. Target 2 on unleaded. $4.61 on the YM. $4.56. And we stop and reverse to short on crude. Move our trade down to the short now. So that's a full stop out on the crude trade. 56 tick loss, 28 ticks was the risk. Micro NQ looks like it's being rejected at 50 EMA. $4.46 for YM trading and down to $4.36. Still flat on soybean, no trades there. Please do say hello in the chat. It looks like a stop out on the micro NQ. So 2 wins, 1 loss. YM2 426. Short on unleaded, short on crude. Looks like unleaded will come to 657. Yeah, it'll move down 1 tick on the close of this bar. $44 from 118. So we're 60 down 68. I'm sorry, down 74. 74 on target 2, 92 on target 1. Here's our stop move. Actually, we moved down a little bit more than just 1 tick. To 56. Down a couple of ticks. Okay. Big move coming on this bar will be at 643 or better. 422 for the YM with a little hesitation at the 200 EMA. Gave us a pullback, but didn't take us out, take our stop out. Well, it might here. All right, new short trade on the micro NQ. That's already gone to money management. And come back to break even. So 2 wins, 1 loss, 1 break even on the micro NQ this morning. And we did stop out on the YM all the way down to 422 on the trailer. Solid trailer for a good result on the morning session. Unleaded comes down to 643. Looks like 641 or possibly better on the next bar. So we're still down 74. We got a lot ways to go on unleaded. 74 or 92, depending on whether you're working target 1 or target 2. Pound Aussie and the YM are done. Coming up on the 10 o'clock mini session here, just 20 seconds of this short trade would be a get in sync. For the 10 a.m. session, that would actually be at 79. And we're in our session there, and there's the entry. So you could take an additional position at 79 if you got the space in the account to do it. So 9 o'clock and 10 o'clock sessions, both in the same trade. 9 o'clock session entering it 2 ticks lower because of the stop and reverse. All right, unleaded. Stop moves down to 631. $33 ticks, less 5, so it's 28. And we had a 5-tick stop and reverse adjustment. 4 ticks plus a tick for fee level. Unleaded uses a 4-tick stop and reverse adjustment rather than 2 because it's a pretty small tick value at $4.20. Rather than $10 a tick like full crude. Squeeze zone long filtered out. We did stop out at 31. So 74 less 28 is going to be 60, 40, down 46 for target 2. $28 from 92 is going to be 64. $64 and 46. And unleaded is currently flat. Ooh, long trade on the micro NQ not looking good. It's a bigger trade than normal. Not quite big enough to go target one on for target. So money management at target one. First goal at target two. Trade number 5. Crude still short. So actually, crude is short on both 9 a.m. and 10 a.m. sessions. No crude oil inventory report today because of the Monday holiday this week. That will be tomorrow morning at 11. Crude has a potential stop and reverse to long. That's an exit point for 9 a.m. session and 93 entry for the 10 a.m. session. Currently, both are still in the short. Crude is still short currently, both sessions. Same trade, different entry points for the two sessions. One tick from stop and reverse on 10 o'clock session and exit on 9 o'clock session. Still no trades on soybeans. And there's the second loss on the micro NQ. Trade number 5. 2 wins, 2 losses, 1 break even. One more trade possible. Micro Russell has gone all the way from setting a new session high to setting a new session low in the space of about a half an hour. Unleaded down slightly today so far. After 3 trades. Trend so far today has been up in crude, so that's likely to be the direction we're headed. And we do get the stop hit. Exit point for the 9 a.m. session, definitely a losing session there. Two stop and reverse losses. And we go 79 to 93, 14, 20, down 28. On the 10 a.m. section. Target 1 just below session high. Target 2 up above it. Definitely have to get up into the $62 area for targets on this trade. Short setup on Micro NQ. Large. It's got a wick on it, so it's larger than normal trade. And it is big enough to move target. So first actionable target will be target 1. Soybeans will probably set up if we get an up close, soybeans will have a potential long trade. Well, we've got to get that cyan line to cross the yellow line before the targets and stop, before the trade becomes valid. There's our entry. How far is that? 60 flat. That entry is at 61.25. Yeah, I think I would probably leave that 5 ticks, maybe, and then you got to go at least one beyond it. That's a little bit big for the adjustment. And we do go short. So trade number 6 on Micro NQ is a short. We'll see where it goes. Looks like micro NQ is getting into noise territory again. 50 pinching down on the 200. 50 seems to be providing resistance to keep it from going up. As it comes down here, it's bounced off the 50 a couple of times. Long on crude, 10 a.m. session only. 9 a.m. session is done. It was a loser today. Unleaded is down after 3 trades, but we've got three to go possibly. We're up to 3 to go. 9 a.m. crude session down on 2 trades, 2 stop and reverse losses. Kind of like the setup of this micro NQ trade now. Stop up above the 50. I'd like to see it get below that lowest swing low there. The fact that we didn't set a lower low there is bothersome. We do seem to keep setting lower highs, so that's a good sign. And crude seeming to coming down to test the 50 again. Not able to get clear of the 20 SMA going up. Micro NQ again finding resistance at 50 EMA. Micro Russell and the YM both continuing to push down. Crude looks like it's bouncing off of the 50 EMA, tick or two above about the three-quarter century, 75-cent mark. YM, like it's testing some, crossover the 50 below the 200. So this is a testing zone, very likely. And I will be right back. All right, I'm back. Crude up to the entry again. Yeah. Market indices look like they may be slowing down, kind of getting into a consolidation area. Have to see if the YM 50 crossing the 200 will. It looks like it's coming up to test that crossover right now. See if it tests it and moves back down, or that's just a reaction, market reaction. We'll get a subsequent action down. And micro NQ approaching a crossover as well. 50 pinching down all toward the 200. And price movement slowing considerably as it does. Now we get, oh, that's not nice. That's going to be a stop and reverse exit on the micro NQ. It'll be a small loss, but that will be the end of the 6th trade. So the entry was 67.25, make it 68.25. Would be the exit point. It's down. That was our exit point and the end of the session. We can still take trades on the micro Russell. Crude's still long. Excuse me. Put unloaded back in place. Micro NQ is done. Excuse me. Crude is long, unleaded is flat. Micro Russell is flat, and soybeans is flat. So no trades on soybeans this morning. Although we have the potential for a long trade coming up. If we get an up close. Well, actually, we may need 2 of them. 56.25 is the signal line. And let's see, we are at 54.75. So yeah, 56 flat will be where it closes. So we'll need two up bars here to get a trade. We've got exhaustion dots, but we need to get the cyan line crossing over the yellow line, crossing above the yellow line to get the long trade. All right, crude. That popped through a little too fast, I think. That would have been a market out situation. 78, 76, 70, yeah, 74. Did take us out. Yeah, market out and probably should be in the trade. So I'm going to assume we are and put things in accordingly. Too small stopping. Well, that one's a little over half. 2 small stop and reverse losses. We'll take the 3rd trade. Hope for the best. Just follow again the trade plan. Micro Russell And giving us a pullback and a down, another down move, it looks like. And looks like we've got a crossover on this bar, so we could get a short here. Crude with an excursion down to the 50. Stops it and reverses us into the short. The short hits target 1. So we would be at 73 for the trailer. Now, the question is a target 11? Four ticks, so it's, yeah, that's going to move money management down. So first actionable is target 2. We just hit that. Next actionable is going to be target 3. And this is going to be 64. So we did get money management and target 2. Stop is at 73. Yeah, 73. Unleaded with a short trade. There it is right there. See what we can get out of this. Pushing us down towards session low. $6.36 for the stop, $5.73 for the entry. We did touch the entry, so it should be in the trade. Testing the 50 EMA on crude again. Well, that actually is a nice head. That's a little bit ragged, but it's a head and shoulders pattern. We actually, good down trade. Hopefully we'll find resistance at the 50 and continue down. Yep, we got a short trade on the micro Russell. Unfortunately, looks like that is going to give us a full stop out. we do have a full stop out on the micro Russells, so 2 break-evens and 1 loss. That would have moved down 1 tick, but that's not going to be material now. Crude short, unleaded short. The micro Russell, pound Aussie, and 1 of them are done. Our last trade on the 10 a.m. crude mini session. And we have 3 trades available to us. 2 or 3 trades on the micro Russell. 2 losses or 3 trades, whichever comes first. Crude's not going to get positive on this. Not a big trade. 14 and 20, yeah, just 34 ticks. So that's certainly not going to get a positive, but it certainly will mitigate the loss. Difficult day on crude today. 2 losing sessions. $52 and 80 ticks on the short and unleaded. Both of those 80 definitely would get target 2 traders positive. 52 and some kind of trailer, just 12 ticks on the trailer would get target 1 traders even. Unfortunately, the upswing on that micro Russell short took us out. And now the Russell is continuing down, just hit money management. Crude and unleaded still short. I'd like to see one of these two resolve. Possible short trade at 53.50 on soybeans. One more tick and it'll set up. There it is. Short trade on soybeans. 1053.5. First trade of the morning. And a potential long stop and reverse on unleaded. 608, so that'll be 612. It looks like it stopped and reversed. Nope. Wait a minute. Where did that go? Gotta hit the right keys. Okay. That's not the one I want. That's where it's supposed to be, 20612. Oh, for some reason it got unchecked. All right. There it is. We did stop and reverse, and we hit money management and then stopped out at break even. Not nice. monthly management at 34. Yeah, that's right in amongst this mess. Yeah, it hit money management right on the head. And that is trade number 4. 2 more trades. Now 44 and 62. Soybeans is short. Looks like we've got a long on crude as well. $83. And that is going to be an exit point. So crude is done. 3 stop and reverse losses. Actually, no, that was a target 1, and we actually stopped out at 73 to end that trade. Yeah, we stopped out at 73 to end that trade. 74. And this is 73. So we did mitigate our loss just slightly. All right, we're an hour and 15 minutes in, and we're finally in a short on soybeans. It's probably going to be a while. We have 2 possible trades on micro Russell that's not doing much right now, and 2 possible trades on unleaded. It's currently flat. So unless there is some discussion, I'm going to call it a morning. No use just sticking around and watching things very slowly develop. Regular session 9:30 tomorrow morning. Crude oil inventory session at 11 tomorrow. And that will do it for today. Everybody have a good afternoon, and we'll see you tomorrow.